fucked up because I've realized that when I walk, basically, I got used to this eye, but this eye is the one that's fucked up. This eye is the one that sees straight, so when I walk, my head's tilted. And I don't realize that's where my neck hurts. I've realized now it's because I'm used to seeing out of the wrong eye. I focus out of the left eye, and the right eye is the one that doesn't pay attention. Anyways, what's up, guys? Ninja and Ninja. Talking to you because I have a long history of bullshit, man. Brain surgery. I had a brain tumor, basically. Survived the surgery. I had radiation therapy. The radiation therapy had worked, and they performed the surgery anyways. And the surgery was considered very dangerous. This is why they didn't want to perform the surgery and why they gave you radiation therapy. But a hemorrhage appeared, and so they went to remove the tumor anyways, and then fucked me up hella bad. So that's basically my life. And then I had a stroke, which is great, which is awesome. So, anyways, my name's Ninja, as you know. Or hopefully, as you know. And basically, I want to make this a video real quick. And just also, I want to say I'm intentionally turning my head this way because I'm making a thought in my head that I'm trying to adjust. So I'm looking at this eye, but I'm tilting it. So I'm making myself learn this way. I'm making myself. I'm forced to. And I think it's important to put because the young kids out there need to know like this is the way to go if you're a young kid and you've gone through this. Like this is something that I'm putting myself through. And it's like I can appear to be normal. This is why I do what I do is to appear normal and just so that no one pays attention to it, right? And that's how I was back in the day. Don't worry about my eyes, the double vision, and whatnot. And people used to call me a pirate or whatever, but it's whatever. You can call me whatever you want, you fat bitch. The person that called me a pirate was a fat bitch. She's a hoe. But that's why she said that. It's because that's how they are. The people that talk the most shit generally cast from the most glass houses. But anyways, the reason why I started this video, I apologize for going on for so long about the random bullshit. Again, I'm making that choice to just, you'll notice it, but just, anyways, it's because I seen this short. Okay, I seen this short by David Pacman, who I don't like. Luke, I don't like listening to him because he talks too much. David, um, he kind of not. I wouldn't say I'm opposed to him completely. I there are times when I wish he would shut up and just get on with it. But it's not as bad as Luke. So he's like, I'm trying to think of a way to explain this. So you know how like the straight and gay, and it's a scale, a man and woman rather, man and woman, and it's either you're a man or a woman. So let me explain something real quick, and this is a freebie. People could still use it, and you consider it right, and this can be the new rule, whatever. But basically, my opinion of you know how there's only men and women and how they try to say the scale really depends. Well, really, it's there's men and women and there's unlimited in between. In between, there can be whatever you want there to be. Basically, like even a man can feel more feminine that day, and I don't mean like he's more gay or whatever. It's just he's not feeling as hard as he normally does. Or a woman can be like, I feel like a man today, and it just depends. and there are guys and or girls that will feel like the opposite sex throughout the day. And again, the scales is just unlimited in between. So that's kind of the point that I wanted to get to. There's man, woman, and again, there's no going further than being a man. You're either a man or you're a woman. Like those are definitive stops. Like after that, that's it. So you're either a man or you're a woman. But you can be anything in between. You can be a man, woman, a womanly man, whatever the fuck you want. Right? That's how I look at it. So I don't know, whatever. Anyways, the point of this video, like I said, um, check it out.
Wage is $7.25. The federal minimum wage is $7.25
That's fair. Fine, whatever.
an hour. Does not cover cost of living in any state with a 40-hour work week.
But the question is, why? Why doesn't that work? Basically, that is the question.
It needs to come up. And Donald Trump was.
Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. So I want to make sure, because I will say that there has been times when I go off, I'm like, I'm not recording yet. So I just had to make sure. Yeah.
Indeed asked about this.
I don't know if you remember this, but during the debate in 2020, I asked you if you would raise the minimum wage. You said you would consider it.
I will admit, as a random person, I will say this as just a person who is a person who just exists. I'm kind of smart. I kind of have a brain. I'm not educated, but I'm very, very, very intelligent. Something my mom always told me. I'm kidding, by the way. But I'm very intelligent. Okay, I'm very, very, very intelligent, hyper intelligent, and there is a difference between being educated and being intelligent. There is a difference, and I can go over it with you if you want, just not while I'm recording a video like I am right now. So, basically, it's dangerous to raise the minimum wage because a hamburger in California can be like $2, whereas like in Virginia or whatever, it might be like 50 cents, right? For the same thing, there's something going on here, right? And so you don't want to make it like, okay, the minimum wage federally is $15, because in California it's not going to change anything, because I think the minimum wage is like $16 now. So we'll just say $16 around the world flat out. It's not, or $20 even, just 20. We'll just raise everything to $20. In California, it's gonna help a bit. In Virginia, it's gonna help a fuck ton, and they gotta adjust. Everybody then has to adjust the prices, so it's a fucked up thing to do. You cannot just generalize raising the minimum wage federally. You can't do it. Okay, that's a very important note for later on.
And so my question for you is, now that you are going back to the White House, for these 19 states that voted for you,
It doesn't matter who.
raise the federal
It's a very
minimum
low
wage?
number. I will agree. It's a very low number. Let me give you.
Okay, so first Trump acknowledges it is very low. He knows he has to give that red meat.
Okay,
But then the word salad continues.
The downside, though, in California,
but very low compared to what? Like, this is why I hated Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was asked, in one sentence, explain science, and he's like, I'll give you one word, maybe. And I hated that. I was like, dude, no, not maybe. No, you're so close. No. Like, kind of. Like, but the best word to use is it depends. Like, depends. I think, personally, I think it depends is really the best thing, because everything depends. Not maybe, that's stupid. It depends. Everything's dependent on something else. Everything. Everything. You can't have a force without a reaction, right? Every force has an equal and opposite reaction. That's a reaction, right? So you can't have a force without a reaction. So depends. It depends, right? So I think it depends. So Anyways, yeah, you guys know the story of why.
California, they raised it up to a very high number, and your restaurants are going out of business all over the place.
Now,
Why are they going out of the reason why they went out for a while was because COVID, right? They couldn't pay the bills. What they should have done is shut down for a while and maybe like, okay, if you want to come back or hire some, whatever the case, that's what it was. They couldn't keep up with the cost of COVID. I personally think that was the game plan. Was there's probably going to be some other form of COVID, or maybe the game plan has changed. I don't know. But a lot of places went under, and a lot of other places bottom out, and that was the plan. I think that like something similar might happen again. Like Trump's going to be elected, and watch there's going to be some other bullshit or maybe it was the game plan and the game plan failed and whatever. But anyways, going back,
he has to sort of say
just tier
high
crafting.
minimum wage is bad too. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Does not cover cost of living in any state with a 40-hour work week. It needs to come up. And Donald Trump was indeed asked about this.
I don't know if you remember this, but during the debate in 2020, I asked you if you would raise the minimum wage. You said you would consider it. And so my question for you is, now that you are going back to the White House, for these 19 states that voted for you, are you going to raise the federal
It's a very
minimum
low
wage?
number. I will agree. It's a very low number. Let me give you.
Okay, so first Trump acknowledges it is very low. He knows he has to give that red meat. But then the word salad continues.
The downside, though,
Yeah.
in California, they raised it up to a very high number, and your restaurants are going out of business all over the place.
Now, he has to sort of say a high minimum wage is bad too. The federal.
So, this was stupid. This video by David was pretty dumb. But it was good in the aspect that it had something for me to say. Like I'm responding to it, and the response is again, why is the minimum wage not enough, basically, and why is raising the minimum wage a bad idea? Like if Trump wanted to blow up the nation, he can raise the minimum wage to like $50 an hour, and it would be fucked. Like the whole nation would be fucked. Because then he couldn't hire anybody to work. I don't know whatever, because the minimum wage, anyways. And then, of course, you have to sue and blah blah, and then there'd be a fail safe. So there is some fail safe. Anyways, so okay, focus. Shut up. Okay. And again, so you see, that's the attitude that matters, because I too would rather talk about sex and pornography and just drugs and whatever, but I have to focus. You have to focus for the nation, for the betterment of the world, for mankind. Be an adult, and again, not red, not blue, just okay. And you're gonna be tan or what? Or again, this is why I hate Egypt, or not Egypt, but England for being purple. Royalty is purple. This is why I hate that, because that may be what it was, but it sure as hell ain't what it is, right? And so I'm purple, basically. Maybe I'm royalty. Maybe that's what the deal is. Maybe I should just get over it and just okay. That's why I think I'm so good, is because I'm royalty, right? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe okay. I never thought about that actually, but okay, I'm royalty. Cool. All right. So, what I was gonna say was, you asked the question enough. Why? And again, this isn't why kids do it, but it makes sense of why they do it. And logically, that's their intelligence. Why? And most intelligent, like if your kid asks why, like it's not only testing your intelligence, but it's also a test of their intelligence. The further you go with their why, the more intelligent that child's going to become. I believe. Anyways, dumping a lot into this video. You're welcome, by the way, community. Donation link. I gotta make one. That'd be kind of cool. So you can say, I have Stop trying to show me that shit. That was called a Cash App. I don't know, like what you need. No, what the hell? There. So, my name is just the cash sign, the money symbol, dat DoorDash, because this was for when I did DoorDash. And the only reason why I made it was because there was a delivery. And I forgot what it was. There was like an item that was supposed to get this kid that was supposed to buy him. And I think it wasn't showing up. Something happened. And so instead of like, I paid out of pocket, basically, for the item because it wasn't coming up or something. And so when I paid him, he only had Cash App. So I was like, okay, I'll get Cash App real quick. And I got Cash App, but he gave me the money back for it, but via Cash App. I still have the cash on my app, so it's kind of funny. But yeah. So, anyways, sorry. Oh, and I'll put it on the video when I'm done too. But it's dat d fucking so goddamn. It's the money sign DATDOORDASH dat DoorDash. Because I'm disabled, that's pretty much all I got. So that's what I was doing for a while. So, anyways, and I'm not saying that I'm disabled as in I don't get no money from nothing. It's I can't work. So yeah, it sucks. But anyways, okay, sorry about that. All that shit. But I'm gonna include it. So fuck it. Okay, cause I don't give a shit anymore about YouTube or whatever. It's fucking just whatever. Fuck. Okay, so minimum wage, blah blah blah, asking why, getting to the root of why, and that's what it comes down to. Like if you like, right now America, all like there's a weed, and all we're doing is a lot more, bzz, and then a week later, bzz, week later, bzz, week later, bzz. No, what you want to do is you want to get the root, and then now the root's gone, the weed is gone. There it is. So that's what we're doing here. So why is the minimum wage going up federally? Like, to what level? And why will it never be? Like, at the very end of the day, like, I guarantee, like, at some point, they're gonna be like, we gotta raise it again. At some point, we gotta raise it again. We gotta raise it again. We're slowly getting fucked more and more and more. And so, the point I wanted to get to was the reason why all this is happening is something we need to face. And I get it, the president is just sweeping it under the rug for the next person. or we'll just push this over here until the next president shows up, and the next president shows up, the next president shows up. And that's basically what's going on. Republicans show up, spend, 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 spend. Democrats show up and fix everything without the costs going anywhere. And they make more. They make a little bit of money here and there. Republicans get pissed off, and then they make millions and millions of dollars off of their bullshit that costs America and the negatives. And so that's kind of what happens. If you look at the count and the record, it actually does this. It's because the Republicans and Democrats, they do this, right? And then when Trump take over, it's just... So anyways, the point, again, the point is, focus, stop it. No, you talk about sex. Okay, listen. All right. Seriously, stop. Sit. Kevin, I see you, Kevin. Kevin, I see you. Stop it. I see you. Stop it. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is raising the minimum wage in certain locations won't work. The reason why is because I can get an online job in California and get paid their minimum wage, which is like $15 an hour, and I can live in Virginia where the minimum wage is like $5, and that I'm making 15, right? Every hour I make 3 hours of income, basically. So what happens is I get an excess of money that's gonna fuck up the community, because the truth is, the game is rigged, basically. If you have a part-time job, if you're just paying the bills, in the weekend or whatever, you're sheep. I hate to break it to you, but it's true. You're a sheep. If you have a job, you're a sheep. This is why it's important to do what you love. And this is why, anyways, baldness is a thing, and why so many people are bald is because they're unhappy and they're miserable and they're fucked up and their life sucks. And I'm very lucky and fortunate to be disabled, because it allows me to be able to do this shit, and really, it's to help the world, because I don't have a greedy bone in my body. Like I do, but it's very hard to get to. Literally, it's really hard to get to. So, anyways, the point is, like, we have to fix that difference. I shouldn't be making $15 living in Virginia where the minimum wage is $5. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be making that money. That's what's causing the houses to go up, because there's certain people in the world that have an advantage, right? And this is why I was saying the game is rigged to your sheep, because they made it to where you can live like you work 40 hours, and your house where you live will cost you so much, and they make it to where you have a house and you have a car, and like it's enough to just live your life, and that's it. A house, a car, and like go buy little things here and there, and that's it. And that's what you do, and the next person, the next person, next person. Why is it that you are living paycheck to paycheck? It's because the game is rigged. The rich people rigged the game, because they're fucking whatever the reasons are. Like this minimum wage thing, like a minimum wage. It was meant to, and this is with any type of government, is it may have been to exist to benefit people, but then Republicans show up, or evil, and Republicans used to be Democrats at one point, so even Democrats, like it doesn't matter who, it's just the people, right? And that's why I say Republicans, is because it's not Republicans, it's the people who are occupy the Republican Party currently, right? Like they would be Democratic if they can get elected for Democrats, but they can't, so they're pretending to be Republican, but they're not. The reality is, we're in control by the rich. We're literally an oligarchy, I think it's called, where the rich are in control of America. That's what we live in. That's why Elon Musk and Trump is just a Trojan horse for the rich, basically. So they pay off, and the game's rigged according to the rich to make sure they can make all the money, and we just exist as sheep, as slaves. Like, I guarantee, like, the job you're doing, you should be getting paid more. Like, why should I be the manager at a business and make only like $3 more than, or $3 more than the baseline? Like, that's a manager, dude. I should be getting bank for what I do. I open and close. I shut down. I'm managing the store and keeping it afloat and keeping it alive. And the fact that you're not paying me enough is why dogs are in control and why they run it. Because they're like, fuck it. Yeah, I'll do the job. I'll do the job. But when they get there, they hardly do anything. They ain't doing shit. And again, I know because I, disabled as I might be, I worked for 5 minutes. I was part of the field. I've seen how it works. I've seen how family works. Any of the corruption involved, who, why they're hiring who and friends, and they take advantage of it and so forth and so on. I've seen it firsthand, you know. And like, remember when I mentioned the pirate? That girl, guess what? She was the manager at this place, and she ran the store. She was an assistant manager, right? But she was best friends with the manager, and just like the rich for Trump, they would go and kiss the manager's ass to get what they wanted. The assistant manager would kiss the manager's ass to get what the assistant manager wanted. Just like Elon Musk kissed Trump ass, Trump does it, and then Elon gets what he wants. It's the same thing. It's just that we have a face to point to, Elon Musk. But in truth, we should be pointing to the rich. Anybody that has a lot of money, you're the problem. You are the problem, basically. Like, literally, the reason why America is poor is because they have all the money. And the nation's trying to pay as much as they can, and the rich keep taking it all. And they just keep go, 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 go. And this the rich, the rich, the rich, the rich. Eventually, we have Russia 2.0, basically. Because now the dollar ain't worth shit. Because they put so much money into the system to keep it afloat. But there's always that weed that I told you about, which is the rich. They keep rigging it to take more. But that's what's going on. That's what Dave is talking about. That's why minimum wage needs to go up. In reality, no. Why would you have to increase it? Why are the prices going up? What's going on? The root. Why? That was me. When I was a kid, I was a smartass, right? My parents hated me, basically, but for the wrong reasons, because they treated, like, my family was, I didn't have a lot, but my mom grew up from a very great, my grandma was a very great lady, right? She worked a job, she was, I would say, a high end. She was from way back in the day when America was great. And my mom carried a lot of the traits, but some fucked up shit happened to her, and it carried over to me. And so I'm kind of half and half. Whereas my sister is really fucked up. My brother, he probably has a lot of good in him, but because of it, it was too good. I would say he had it too good, and so his life got fucked up. Whereas my life was bad enough to see the bottom, and the point now, I don't want that. So I know what the bottom looks like, but at the same time, I had a taste for the rich. Like, I had girls left and right. Like, I regret my childhood for not sleeping with these girls when I had the chance, but I didn't, because I was like, their virginity probably means something to them, because I was such a highborn and a low class. I'm literally diamond in the rough. But the thing is, I regret it. I wish I slept with them, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because who knows, like, where I would be right now, you know. And that's how I see everybody with everything. Like, I don't want. I've gone without for so long. I don't want. And like, I'm looking for the right one. But anyways, it's that mindset. Then sticking to it, and I'm not selling out. I would never sell out. that whole consequence. And people are like, oh, you're just an old man yelling. No, I have a reason. I have a reason. I make sense. I know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not just making noise. Like, there is, and again, like, I come up for the root. And that's my life. That I was so good with the girls, and why I was so popular in school is because I was always for the root, basically, and I wasn't afraid to face the bully and face up. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to get my ass beat, but like when the bully was talking, I tell him to shut up. Like, hold on, wait, and then so he ended up getting respect for me, and I'm not even kidding. Like, there was bullies, and so anyways, I got respect from bullies. This is the point I'm trying to make. And that's kind of how it is today. People are so afraid to say anything. It's just like high school. Like, they haven't put it down. They haven't given up. They haven't grown up. And the problem is that's what's in charge of the world right now. And again, I point the finger to the rich. They keep taking. Like, well, you don't need $1 billion. What do you do with the $1 billion? Oh, you spend it to do this, to make more and more and more. And what are you trying to do? Like, you have a problem, sir. Like, I don't have anything because I give. Like, when I play League of Legends, for example, I played Orianna because I would give. It's not because I would try to decimate or own or kill everything and be, play Yasuo and all for myself and just me. It was because I would throw my shield onto the jungle and speed him up and give him armor, and he would tank, and then when the aggro would jump to me, I'd shield myself, and then I'd slow the enemy down, speed myself. Like, she was a fucking great, like, she's my favorite character. She still is. And the point is, I kept giving. The problem was, my team, once I passed them the ball, they would never pass it back. So that's why I never went up, because it's like I said, like, when I'm give, but they're playing all these selfish characters, and you can't have all four of your teammates are playing solo. So it's just you by yourself, and I'm a person that gives, and I can't give to nobody because there's no one there, right? So it never worked out. And if I played selfish, I would have made it. But like, I don't. That's terrible. That's a terrible world. But that's I see what that would get me, and I'd probably be the king of the world right now. But the problem is, then I know for a fact that the rest of the world would suffer. Like, all those girls I could have fucked, and they would all have suffered, at some point or another. And, they might have gone through hardship and regret and cry and emotional breakdown because of me. And that's something I don't want to carry on my own. It's the same thing all the way to the top. That's something I carry with personally. They're selfish. They don't care. Like, these rich people don't care, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you, is they're rich and they don't care. Okay, that's what this all comes down to. Is they are rich and they don't care about you. They don't care about anything, but they know that it's important for them to look like they care, because that keeps you paying their bills. It keeps their pockets full because they're pretending, and you're buying it. And again, it's working. Republicans. And it's like, literally, if I wanted to, I could be sleeping with everybody. Oh yeah, I went over here. Oh yeah, I love the Bible. I pretend God's great. God is good. I could play that game. I could easily dribble and pass it and be that guy. But I know I don't want to. I never wanted to. And again, that's why I don't have nothing. Is because I give, and that's kind of how I am, and why I can see, again, why the point that David's making about minimum wage, why I see that, and we need to increase minimum wage, and that whole question, I can see, is because, again, why? It's because of my growing up and how I grew up. Why? I saw you're smart ass, you're a know-it-all. Like, there's a dude named Sean Paul Reyes, and he does Long Island Audit, and hell, the people confront him, oh, you're a jackass, you're an asshole, you're a know-it-all, or blah, 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 because they're evil, and they're trying to be in charge of him, but he knows what the fuck he's talking about. It's just like we get smart ass. Like, me and Sean Paul Reyes would probably be best of friends, because I enjoy watching him because he reminds me of me, to be honest. The only difference I would say is I'm a bit more aggressive. Basically, he's a little too kind of chill and relaxed, cool, cozy, with being right. But at the same time, like I'd be like, what? What'd you say? No, 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 no. You know, and there's a difference because I'm all about like, I play for the throat. I go for the throat, basically. Like I have like they call it ming or whatever. I have a throat in your throat, like right here, like just like, or it's inside that goes down. I think it was. Like you go in the mouth, and then you push under the tongue, and just drive under the tongue. Just they call it ming is something from the wrestling. I think Wrestling Confederation. People would quit, tap out, whatever, and it's really fucked up. And people would do that in school when I grew up. So they would just do that to everybody, like all the time. They try to do it to you, they try to do it to me, they try, everyone to try to do it except for me. I never would. You know why? Is because I would suck. I have empathy. I have a lot of empathy. That's one thing I want to say. Is empathy is something that also was the undoing of my mother. It's because she would give and give and give and give and give to the point that she literally died because she gave her last breath away. To people who didn't deserve it. And then when she turned to them, can you give? And they gave the wrong thing, and then she ended up passing away because they're just bad people. She had no one to turn to. She grew up in a poor community when she probably should have. She should have been rich, and she would have been beneficial for the community. I guarantee, if you grew up around her, kids loved her. Kids loved her. And yeah, there's bad kids, and some would take advantage, and some would lie, cheat, and steal, and whatever. But some of them were actually good kids, And I met them, I knew them, and unfortunately, they grew up in a world that's just fucked up. And again, like they grew up around me, except I would fuck them, or that me would fuck them. Is what I'm trying to say. Whereas I wouldn't do that to you. And you trusted me not to, but they would. And so now you're fucking broken and scarred because of that. Anyways, so the point of this, again, is just the root. Why? Your kid may be a smart ass, but understand why they're being a smart ass. Like, ask them why. Don't just shut the fuck up. Be like, why do you want to know? And make the kid answer. That is the proper way to respond. Why? And it's like, like, why is this? And you're just talking, and the kid's like, why? And you're like, why do you keep asking why? And like, I don't know. That's a smart ass. That's a douchebag kid that's just being a douche. But if you're like, why do you keep asking why? And the kid's like, well, because I want to know why is it that when you put the water in the bottle that fills up? How come? Then he's actually paying attention. You're actually pretty smart. You're aware that you really want to know why? Yeah. That's different. If my mom had known that, I'd have a different life. I'd probably be the president right now, right? Or, like the second I turned 30 or 35 or whatever the rule was. I don't fucking remember. I thought off the top of my head. But I probably would have been president or I am the president right now. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So that's the point of this short, by the way, was that it's to focus the roots. Why? Why do you need more money? The reason why is because a lot of the money we have keeps disappearing. Where is it going? Why is it being funneled into this person? What's he doing? Where's your money? Why aren't you spending it? What the fuck's going on? Why are we criticizing these people? Meanwhile, Elon Musk is getting away with a murder. Why? Like, what the fuck's going on? And again, the only reason why I bring up Elon Musk, don't focus on Elon Musk. I think he has Asperger's or something. And again, that's his excuse. He is probably mentally retarded in the sense that he needs to stop and give back. Okay, you won. Congratulations. And you're like, cool, awesome, thank you. I appreciate it. Here, everybody, here's the money. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what it is. Or what it was. And God knows what kind of corruption the Republicans have going on over there, and the reason why, like, and again, the whole, like, it's all about, like, oh, it's your history, or if you release this, then I'm gonna tell the people that you did this, you slept with the girl, and you like, what the fuck was his name? That one famous guy that had the island, that was killed in prison, but they called it a suicide apparently. The whole thing, like, it's all something happened, and it swept under the rug, and they pretend like yesterday's whatever. And it's just like the trade towers, right? Like this, people have like an inclination that something else happened, but they just keep saying, "Oh, it's forbidden to ask questions." Well, why again? Why? And if you're gonna forbid me from saying why, get the fuck out of America, because it's my God-given right to ask why, and for someone to say no to my why means you're hiding something. That's all that means. That's what it is. The same thing with the I want more money. Well, why do you want more money? The reason why is because the money I have isn't enough, and it's because I'm greedy. It's because I'm selfish. Because I want more, right? Or whatever the fucking situation may be. I'm trying to cover all the basics and all of the fundamentals and whatever. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. Because technically speaking, we should never had needed more. Like, there is no reason at all for you to need more money. There is nothing in the world that would increase, like, why do we need the minimum wage increased? Why? Because everything costs more. Why? And again, this is why it's important to ask why. Why? Let it go. Let it go. You have to ask why. Why are you asking? And if they don't know, they're a troll. But if they know, they ain't. It's important. Like, I was talking to somebody, actually. Let me see. I literally was just talking to somebody today, and let's see, 2 likes, or 2 responses. So I was talking to somebody today, about something. Oh, fuck. And I'm gonna be honest. I got 2 messages, and now I forgot what I was talking about. So that's literally what happened right now. That's again, my medical history is insane. This is why I would never be president, by the way, because I'd be like, what was it talking about? I could be president as long as I had somebody there that wasn't like Trump, or that wasn't like the people that surround Trump, and is trying to, you were saying that you want to give us money. Oh yeah, okay. Well, here's the money. I don't know. I don't want that. That's what surrounds Trump. That's why I call him a Trojan horse, and why America's fucked, and you better fucking vote blue for now, at least until Trump's gone. And we need to get someone who's actually got some like roots, like me. Like, I'm all about the roots. And I said I wouldn't be a Democrat, or I'm sorry, a president. I would, honestly, I would. But again, the people around me need to be legit. But I know that the whole fucking, it's corrupt. Honestly, the whole system is corrupt, and it needs to be brought up again, because it allowed itself to get carried away. But anyways, I've been talking for way too fucking long. But I was talking to somebody about something, and fuck, I really wish I knew what the hell I was talking about. I really wish. And I could stop. Damn it. Oh, that's why. I could stop the recording and find out, but then I edit and add, and I just don't want to do it, that bullshit. Oh, I was talking about trolling. That's right. I was talking about trolling. And someone said, you can do better than that. And I was like, but I wasn't trolling. Like, don't remember when I was saying why? Well, if they don't have a response and they're not actually involved, then they're trolling. But if there is a response, then they ain't trolling, basically, like a child, right? And so this guy thought I was trolling, like he thought my why was full of shit. But then I turned to him and I was like, no, it's important. The reason why it's important is because I gave him reasons, and he liked my comment, and he said, okay, fair enough, right? He actually did say that. He responded, he's like, fair enough. And so, yeah, perfect, good, wonderful, amazing, great deal. It actually worked out. So I'll get back to that later. But anyways, yeah, that's it. I've been talking for way too long. Thank you for watching. If you stuck around, 45 fucking minutes. But hey, that's how it goes. Anyways, thank you for watching and keep it all. Peace out. Thank you, David, for your shitty video. Again, I don't listen to you bastards. It's just important to hear what you're talking about because you dumbasses are full of bullshit and drama, and this is why the rich pay people like you to guide the nation down the hole. So they can milk it and take advantage of it and whatever. And someone like me, so I'm ignored, and why no one listens to me, why I am not popular, why I don't show up and pop off, because no one can exploit me, no one can take advantage of me. And again, like, I think it was Snoop Dogg I wanted to make a video about. He's complaining about, oh, they make all this money. Well, they're the one who sold their song for $1 million, you dumbass. Like, you sold your song. Don't get mad that they're making money off of your song. You can't do anything because you sold your song. You made it, but you sold it. It's not yours anymore. It's theirs. Sucks for you, bitch. You may have made it, but you sold it. This is why you don't sell out. So anyways, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. By the way, if you actually made it this far, then, yeah, well done. And thank you for watching. Peace.